Top on the news this evening, President Tinubu approves recruitment of additional police constables. 2025 leadership course commences with focus on integrating SDG 2. Plus, philanthropists advocate peace through football tournament. Good evening and welcome to the NTA Jos News at 7. I am Lucky Jerry Mapak. Inspector General of Police Kayode Ebetokun says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has approved recruitment of additional 30,000 police constables in demonstration of his unwavering resolve to enhance security. He stated this in a message at the Police Training School, Jos, during the passing out parade of the 2022-2023 Batch B in Jos. Ijoma Ozomena has more.
The passing out parade of 531 constables is taking place simultaneously across all police college and training schools nationwide, signifying the end of 6 months intensive training of endurance, discipline and determination of these young men and women.
I promise to offer my best in course of the work, so I promise to do my best with all of my heart.
We are grateful for the Police Commission for their efforts.
The successful completion of the recruitment and training exercise underscored the commitment of the federal government towards investing the Nigerian police force in manpower, logistics and welfare to build a responsive and people-centered force. So far, some of these constables have been deployed to their states of origin to foster local trust, improve intelligence gathering, and deepening collaboration between the police and communities they serve.
We will continue to strengthen our partnership with communities as the task of building a safe and peaceful society requires the collective effort of all citizens. Together, we can secure our nation and create an environment where every Nigerian can live, work, and thrive without fear.
In a message to the event, Governor Caleb Mutfwang expressed hope that the addition of police officers will bring respite, enhance security efforts, and ensure citizens are safe.
We are having security challenges everywhere. So with the advent of additional trained police officers, I think they will assist us to map up the security challenges within the state.
So opportunities like this, are the types that the state cashing on to ensure that we strengthen our security architecture.
The commissioned constables were reminded that policing is not merely a job, but a sacred duty guided by professionalism. In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
APC National Chairman Professor Nentawe Yilwada has inaugurated a 14-day medical-free outreach to enhance access to quality and affordable healthcare for citizens of the state. This was at the Jos University Teaching Hospital, where the outreach will be taking place. Ijoma Ozomena reports that this is in collaboration with the non-profit organization Sharing Hope Medical Mission.
On arrival at the airport with this team of medical personnel, the APC national chairman underscored the importance of free healthcare services, saying it is in tandem with President Tinubu's quest for an improved healthcare sector in the country. He emphasized that this donor will not only provide medical assistance, but will build capacities of medical doctors to perform surgeries, support nurses, private clinics, and hospitals in the state. The APC chief says this is a project that has direct bearing on the lives of citizens and the cost-effective is free for all cases.
Already we've done a pre-medical outreach, which we have screened people from the southern zone and central zone. We've done over 400 surgeries. Now we're having some of the most difficult surgeries that we need experts. And the experts are coming from France, from the USA, and from Canada to support us and ensure that Nigerians have the best benefit from this sector.
He praised that some of the difficult surgeries that could not be attended to during the pre-medical outreach in the central and southern zones will be carried out successfully. Team lead of the international medical personnel, Dr. Emeka Anyanwu, expresses optimism that the outreach will be successful.
5 specialties that we're going to perform. We have gynecologists, we have ophthalmologists, we have orthopedic doctors, and they have general surgeries.
In Jos, Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
2025 leadership course on sustainable cities and communities has commenced at the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru. Again, Ijoma Ozomena has details.
These participants are principals and vice principals of various federal colleges and unity schools across the Federation, are to mainstream leadership roles for the implementation of Sustainable Development Goals 11 and replicate it in their schools. They are to preserve the environment, develop specific content related to inclusive, safe and sustainable urban settlements, fostering practical experiences that will empower students to contribute meaningfully at individual and community levels. More so, the integration of the SDG 11 in higher education will provide future professionals with the necessary knowledge, tools and skills to address the complex interrelated challenges of the future through reciprocal learning.
What is currently going on? There are a lot of devastations when it comes to cities, when it comes to designs of cities. Now, it is the work of the National Institute to see how we can harmonize and bring things together so that we have good cities in Nigeria like it is found the world over.
Director General of NIPS, Professor Ayo Omotayo, says the training is to introduce concepts so that children can learn on how to mitigate effects of environment and make the world a better place. Some of the resource persons are optimistic that integration of this knowledge will assist in understanding the meaning of SDG 11 in communities and cities that are deteriorating.
The SDGs 11 talks about living good communities, safe communities, and environments. So we want to be able to see how principals who are leaders in their communities, in their schools, how they can mainstream and dovetail the SDG 11 into the school curriculum, into the school environment, and also into the community in which they serve.
The future leader that should be able to address this. And we have to train them from the youth so that when they understand it, wherever they are, either in the ministry, either in the bank, and so on, they will have their own contribution to the environmental degradation in the country.
Meanwhile, the Sustainable Development Goals is to end poverty, develop strategies for improved health, economic growth, education, and enhancing environmental health in Jos. Ijoma Ozemena, NTA News.
You are watching the news live on NTA Network Center Jos. More stories continue after this break.
My favorite food. What can I tell you about my mom's delicious meal kuka? Oh, her amazing danwake. She says her secret is Maggi Star, which is made from soya beans and other ingredients that bring us the best in her recipes. So I don't have a favorite food because everything my mom makes is perfect. Maggi, cook the difference. Abincin da na fi so, me zan yi faɗa muku akan miyan kukan mama na mai daɗi. Da kuma ɗan wakenta mai daɗi. Ta ce sirrinta Maggi Star, wadda ake yin ta da waken soya da wa'yansu sinadaran masu inganci da yake ba da ma'ana a cikin girke-girkenta. Amma ba ni da abincin da na fi so. Don duk girkin mama na da daɗi. Maggi, girki mai inganci.
Welcome back. As part of activities marking its quarterly meeting, the Forum of Nigerian Polytechnic has recognized some personalities who have contributed positively to polytechnic education in the state. Christopher Nasrat Ann reports that this was at award ceremony.
The award ceremony brought together stakeholders in the education sector in Plateau State to honor them for their contribution. Bongom Jos, Da Jacob Gyambuba, represented by Emir of Kanam, on behalf of the awardees, said the honor will spur them to do more for the growth and development of the sector.
It is just to motivate us, but we have been doing our best as traditional rulers. And you see, the award has been given to my chairman too, who has been guiding us. It's our map to successes. To do more for the polytechnics and to ensure we build a polytechnic that is sustainable, a polytechnic that is relevant and can fit.
President of the forum, Abba Anas Adamu, commends the Plateau State government for its effort in transforming the institution and call for an end to discrimination against polytechnic graduates.
We should be concerned about polytechnic education so that we bring all those who have passed through a polytechnic to come and give their own contribution so that these anomalies will be reversed.
The call is for government to see the need for greater funding for polytechnic education, because a society that would neglect technology will not exist in the Committee of Nations.
Call on us to contribute our quota to the development of Nigeria.
Commissioner for Education and Director, Plateau State Polytechnic Barkin Ladi, expressed appreciation to the forum for choosing Plateau State as the host of their third quarterly meeting.
Let me, on behalf of His Excellency, welcome you to JOS, to Plateau State, and I believe we have had a good stay in the state.
I want to welcome you to this polytechnic and to thank you for coming. We understand the importance of alumni association in the development of institutions.
It's good that other alumni try to adapt and they learn from what the Polytechnic is doing.
The event had the thrilling dance state from dignitaries and members of the executive. The delegation paid a courtesy visit on Director Plateau State Polytechnic, Dr. Clement Chirman, and also inspected ongoing projects initiated by the institution Alumni Association. In Jos, Christopher Nasaratan and NTA News.
Gospel singer Nikeng Chuang rolled out the drum in appreciation to God as he celebrates 11 years of music ministry with a Thanksgiving concert and fundraising. Yusuf Timba reports.
It was an atmosphere of joy and thanksgiving as gospel minister Nikeng Chuang marked 11 years of impactful music ministry. The event brought together gospel artists, clergymen, friends, government officials, and well-wishers to celebrate what they describe as 11 years of God's faithfulness in the life and ministry of the young gospel minister.
Personally, I feel fulfilled in what he's doing, especially when he received the call of God to go into a full-time ministry of music, which has been a channel of spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ.
I am so grateful to God for the opportunity to mother a son who has chosen the path of the Lord.
Nikeng has paid a due, has submitted so much into the creative industry and most importantly into the gospel world.
For the celebrant, Nikeng Chuang expressed gratitude to God for his grace and mercy that has sustained his journey in gospel music for the past 11 years.
We're here today and I count it all thanks to God and the amazing people that have contributed into my life in one way or the other. When I started professionally, I was 19. So at that point, there were people that were looking at me like, who is this small boy that is trying to say he's a musician? So there were all of those challenges, but God helped me to believe in myself.
Commissioner for Transport congratulated the celebrant, reaffirming the state government's readiness to continue supporting young talent across various fields to enable them realize their potential.
We're here to glorify God for the great work he's doing in his life. Songs that have redeemed the people who hitherto, were lost in trance.
Friends, colleagues, and fellow gospel artists commended Nikeng Chuang for his humility, dedication, and passion for using his music to glorify God.
There's so much, greater things to be done, in the years to come.
We give God glory for his life, and I see a very big future
ahead of him. He's someone who is so focused, he's so driven by result.
The celebration featured worship sessions, musical performances, and moments of reflection, all in appreciation to God's faithfulness over the past 11 years of Minister Nikeng Chuang ministry. In Jos, Yusuf Tumba, NTA News.
Holders at a two-day symposium on border security and diversity management in Plateau State are advocating the need for government's partnership with communities as a pathway for peaceful coexistence, forest security, and sustainable development. The symposium is organized by Humanitarian Dialogue in partnership with GIZ and Plateau State Peacebuilding Agency. Abba Abubakar has details.
Plateau State, one of the states in the North Central, has been struggling with the issue of insecurity and violent conflicts for over 2 decades, which has resulted in the loss of lives and property. Findings from the recent research conducted by Humanitarian Dialogue HD shows that most of the violent attacks and criminality experienced in some parts of the state are as a result of cross-border infiltration of criminals, farmer-herder clashes, land disputes, mining activities, as well as social diversity. The roundtable with state and non-state actors towards sustainable peace architecture in Plateau State brought together experts, security, and stakeholders from within and outside the state to evaluate and proffer solutions on the results gathered.
We did not just conduct those studies, but we also consulted with a spectrum of stakeholders within the various zones.
Deputy Governor of Plateau State, who doubles as the chairperson, Plateau State Boundary Commission, acknowledged the importance of the choice of the theme and reiterated the commitment of the state government towards sustainable peace.
We sincerely applaud the HE for its unwavering commitment to peace building and peacemaking interventions, which have been crucial in paving the way for sustainable peace on the plateau.
The partners and other resource persons who contributed to the discussions advocate government's deliberate efforts on securing the borders, proper regulation of mining activities, and inclusivity in governance.
Plateau State Peacebuilding Agency, we deeply value our strong partnership with HD and other stakeholders in the peace process, which has over time served as a reliable ally in advancing inclusive peace processes.
We adopt a participatory approach, engaging key stakeholders at the grassroots level to ensure that our intervention meets the needs of diverse communities.
More need to be done in building trust, gaining the confidence of border communities. Border communities work with government if government is responsive, if government is able to provide them with all that they need to be happy as people that are citizens of the country.
Because Plateau State is bordered with the state, how can they work with the neighboring state in order to ensure that cross-border conflicts or violence is being affected and reduced to the barest minimum?
There was a panel of discussion on cross-border conflicts with key players from neighboring states. A communique is expected at the end of the program. In Jos, Abba Abubakar Yakubu, NTA News.
Now in football, Tenti United 1 FC has retained its championship at the 3rd edition of Jasper Fitting Peace and Unity Football Competition in Bokos by defeating Bokos Youngsters 1-0 in the finals. Yildiz Danladi report that the competition is sponsored by the founder of Jasper Fitting Peace and Unity Football and a philanthropist, Joseph Mafulul, to promote peace for meaningful development.
It was a beautiful day for the people of Bokos local government area who waited for 2 months for the competition to climax into the finals. The turnout of the people at the Bokos Mini Stadium was massive, with sports enthusiasts and spectators who trooped to the stadium to watch the finals of the competition between Tanti United FC on orange jersey versus Bokos Youngsters FC on white jersey. In a thrilling and superlative moment between the two teams who displayed their dexterity, Tanti United, in just about 6 minutes into the games, opened the score line by jersey number 7, Aminu Idris. Though Bokos Youngsters mounted pressure to equalize, the Tanti United FC defended their 1-goal lead to retain their championship at the 2025 Jasper Fitton Peace and Unity Football Competition. The sponsor and founder of the competition, Joseph Maflul, says it is his desire that young people move forward.
I'm overwhelmed with the mammoth crowd that is here. Without coming together at least, many things are happening. We have so many ethnic groups. You can see many people are dancing joyfully. The traditional councils are here.
Chairman of Bokos local government area and his compound counterpart, alongside the Plateau State Chairman PFA and other stakeholders, commended Jasper Fitton for the initiative, saying football is a unifying factor, promising to support him to sustain the competition for peace to thrive for meaningful development.
The competition has brought a lot of people from the 3 chiefdoms that we have in Bokos local government. It cut across both the Christian and the Muslim, and it's a sign of unity that we are enjoying here in Bokos local government.
We are here to identify with him, to give him the maximum support, because football is one game that brings people together.
This is the 3rd tournament that he's organizing and I've been attending, and every year it gets better, the crowd gets more, and then the prizes are even bigger. So I want to just say thank you to him for bringing the youth together.
Awards were given to the best player, best goalkeeper and the best most disciplined team. Jasper Fitton was at the police divisional office Bokos to appreciate the DPO, Gideon Achika, for the maximum support at ensuring the success of the competition. Also, exercise books were given to primary school pupils as part of efforts by the founder to promote education in the area. 36 teams registered at the 2025 Jasper Fitton Peace and Unity Football Competition. From Bokos local government area, Yildik Danladi, NTA News.
Here is our peace message. The progress of any nation is the collective effort of its citizens. Be a good citizen by contributing positively to the development of the country. Up next is the news in Hausa with Hadiza Ibrahim. Good evening.
Assalamu alaikum, barkamu da warhaka, barkamu da wannan lokaci da muke kawo muku fassarar labarai cikin harshen Hausa. Sunana Hadiza Ibrahim, ai sauraro lafiya. Sufetan 'yan sandan Najeriya Kayode ya bayyana cewa shugaban kasa Bola Ahmed Tinubu gurbin ma'aikata da kuma karfafa tsaro a fadin kasar. Ya bayyana hakan ne a lokacin bikin yayin ɗalibai ajin 2022 da 2023 na sabbin 'yan sandan Najeriya. Wakiliyarmu Izoma Ozomina ta labarta mana cewa bikin yayin sabbin 'yan sandan guda 531 yana gudana ne a lokaci guda a dukkanin manyan makarantu da cibiyoyin horar da 'yan sanda a faɗin ƙasar baki ɗaya, wanda yake nuna ƙarshen watanni 6 na atisaye mai tsanani da ke ɗauke da jajircewa da ladabi da biyayya da kuma jajircewa a kodayaushe daga waɗannan samari da 'yan mata. Haka zalika kammala wannan atisaye na ɗaukan aiki yana nufin jajircewar gwamnatin tarayya wajen inganta rundunar 'yan sanda ta fuskar ma'aikata, kayan aiki da jin daɗin ma'aikatan domin samar da runduna da ke kare jama'a da dukiyoyinsu yadda ya kamata. Wasu daga cikin waɗannan sabbin 'yan sandan a riga an tura su jihohinsu domin taimakawa wajen inganta tsaro a yankunansu da ƙarfafawa da tattara bayanan sirri da kuma jami'an yana ƙara nuna mancin 'yan sanda ko kuma da jami'an tsaro a cikin al'umma ya tabbatar da cewa jama'a suna cikin aminci tare da su.